back at that point guard position. Here's a guy that is back as well.
Didn't play last night.
Surprisingly. And, you know, he's played well against the Raptors, whether it be in his time in Detroit or with Atlanta. So, crowd responding already.
And an excellent game against Orlando in Orlando, and a defensive 3-second violation is going to be charged to Toronto. And McGrady with a booze. Not new to him, used to it by now.
Well, and you know, he's a player that I think has figured out what you have to do as an older player. If you still think you're the guy, if you still want to demand the ball and think you're the old Tracy McGrady, you're not going to help a team. As a matter of fact, that attitude's going to kill a team. But if you're Tracy McGrady says, you know what, I'm not the same guy, but I can help a team because I know how to play. I've been around the block a few times. I can still score every now and then. His leadership, his veteran experience, and the fact that he's a very, very good passer and at his size sees the whole floor, I think can impact you in a positive way.
Heinrich tracks down his miss. One to go. And Raptors, after tonight, tomorrow they head to Miami and then on to Detroit for a game next Sunday. And then Monday in Milwaukee, their only visit there. And Johnson squares up and drills it.
And that's something Tracy McGrady does a great job of. He's still a magnet. People still pay attention to him. Using that dribble, using his 6'9" size to create a shot for his teammate. People around the Hawks. You know what he did? He got into everybody on his team. A little loud, a little brash, maybe a little over the top. But he got into everybody about effort.
Want to send the best to Frank and his family during this time. I certainly miss him out here working the games. Also works great battles between Atlanta and Boston.
Well, and remember we talked about earlier, there's no Al Horford in the mix this time. So when you're playing the Celtics without your center, it makes things a little different. But if I'm Larry Drew, we talked about how important that was, and maybe you got to explain to folks why it's important.
Well, when two teams arrive essentially at the same time, you have the customs agents and you have to go through customs. And as you know,
Hawks team.
McGrady with a fading jump shot, and the former Toronto Raptor McGrady drills a shot. Originally selected 9th overall by Toronto in 1997 at Mount Zion Academy in North Carolina.
Yeah, he's played well down the stretch here. He's got 8 points. He's got a few assists, few rebounds, and just, again, a little stability factor when he's on the floor with all his experience.
Hawks hit their magic number. They score 90 as McGrady steps into the 3. They are 33-5. And he's going to improve to 36-25 on the season. This is their final road game. Great dish. Tracy McGrady in the lane to Josh Smith.
He just sees the floor so well. And again, at his size, he's hard to deal with. You put a guard on him, he could just shoot over them or pass over them. He loves to share that, and he talk hoops with him all the time. And if any young player in the Atlanta Hawks, especially like a Josh Smith, isn't taking advantage of it, then I'll tell you what, you're missing out.
Radmanovich.
I don't even think he said it. I think we volunteered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rolling with him.
Exactly. I said we roll. McGrady, 109-85. 4.7. Atlanta's going to take this season series as McGrady takes a 3.